everyone. I'm glad you're here. Did you like that song about being strong? Well, today we're talking about the armor of God and the shoes of peace to help us stand strong when things don't go right. So, when we talk about the shoes of peace, are we talking about this shoe? No, this isn't the shoes of peace. Nice and comfy for my feet, but not the shoes of peace. Well, are we talking about this one? No, not the shoes of peace. Nice to keep me warm and dry, but not the shoes of peace. And definitely not the shoes of peace. Kind of uncomfortable. When we talk about the shoes of peace, we're talking about things that aren't physical to this world. We talk about a way that we can stand strong against evil, against things that are not right. So today's lesson is about the armor of God and the shoes of peace. So listen to this about the armor of God. This is in Ephesians 6. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, and powers of this dark world. Put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground and stand firm and strong. And after you've done everything to stand, stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. Now we're talking about the armor of God that allows us to go through life and be able to stand our ground. There are a lot of things that are against us, but with the righteousness of God and this armor of God, we can stand strong and stand firm. So let's take a look at one of Jesus's friends who got confused about the battle that was against, or who it was against, and forgot that we fight evil with peace. So that's why we talk about the shoes of peace. Jesus knew he was about to be arrested. He was in the garden and he was praying. He woke up the people that were with him, and the men that came to arrest him were coming. Now, one of Jesus's friends, Peter, got out his sword, ready to fight against these men who are going to take Jesus away. Well, what happened was the men came, and Jesus took his sword and he hit one of the men, cutting his ear off. Jesus didn't fight with a sword, though. He went towards those men who were going to arrest him, and then he healed the ear of one of the men that Peter cut the ear off. So when we think about what Jesus did, he fought against those evil men with peace. He went with them. He healed them, even though they were going to arrest him. He taught Peter that we fight evil with peace, not with saying bad things back to one another, not with doing mean things to one another, but doing things that are peaceful to be able to get things done. So we look at Ephesians and we look at the armor of God. We've talked about the belt around our waist, the breastplate around our chest, And now we're talking about the shoes of peace. The shoes of peace help us in our journey through this life. When we talk nice to when we talk nice to one another, when we do good things for one another, when we don't fight against one another, those are all peaceful ways to fight against that evil that's in our world. So when we look at what Jesus did, he fought against those evil men with peace. He healed them and he went with them knowing he was going to be arrested and he was going to be killed. He did some wonderful things for us. He showed us and he taught us how we can fight against evil with good. He died for us so that we could go to heaven, so that we could be with him, be with God for the rest of eternity. So what we do down here on this earth is important. And we can do that by putting on the shoes of peace. So what do you think that means? We've got some good news from Jesus. He taught us a lot. He taught us how to be kind to one another. So what happens when certain things, such as someone is bullying you, makes you mad? Do you say nasty things back to them? Do you say mean things back to them? No. It's hard, very difficult, very hard when someone's being nasty to you to not say something nasty back. But God doesn't want us to do that. So we can say something nice back to them, or we could walk away. We have shoes on our feet and we have the shoes of peace. So if we walk away from someone who is being mean, well, that's kind of a peaceful way of going against them. They can't fight and they can't say anything if you walk away. Well, how about if someone makes fun of you because you're a Christian? They make fun of you because you believe Jesus died for you and you believe such good things about Jesus and they don't. Well, we don't want to say nasty things to them. So think about what you might do as a peaceful solution. So we can say nice things, we can do nice things, and we can do good for one another to keep the shoes of peace on our feet. Now, those shoes we have to stand strong in, meaning you have to realize that there are a lot of things that probably will make you mad or angry or sad, but we really need to use those shoes of peace. So, what if somebody was bullying somebody else at school? That's a tough one. Sometimes those bullies are very, very nasty, aren't they? Well, if you walk away and don't say anything, that's a peaceful way to get. So, what if somebody was bullying somebody at school? What would you do? What do you think you should do? That's up to you. But stand firm, put your shoes of peace on, and this will help you in your fight against evil, those nasty people, those nasty kids that want to bully everybody. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I want you to all close your eyes and pray with me. So thank you, God. Thank you, God, for the lessons that we've learned today. Thank you, God, for helping us to realize we fight evil with peace. God, let us fight evil with words of peace. And God, let us show peace even by listening to the other person's side. Thank you, God. Let us show peace to how we use our hands. And God, help us know when to walk away in peace. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have a blessed day.
Shalom.